Hi, I want to have a conversation, a serious conversation, especially for my spiritual healer light workers. I understand there's a lot of emotions right now on both sides. There are some people that are very happy, and there are some people that are very upset about what is going on. But I want to have a deeper conversation with you in particular about the situation at hand. Now, this is not about politics. I want you to take politics out of it. I want you to just take a moment, put the politics to the side, put your emotions to the side, just put it all to the side and listen to what I'm saying, okay? This is a test of you, of your ability to handle adversity, your ability to lead through adversity. I really encourage you to take some time, take a few days, take the weekend, whatever you need, feel your emotions, acknowledge your experience, emotional intelligence, use your emotional intelligence, and really reflect on how are you leading and showing up right now in this moment through this situation. And I say that because I have seen so many people, especially in the spiritual community, on both sides of the fence, that are not being very nice. They are saying a lot of degrading and derogatory comments towards the people that voted not aligned with who they thought should have been. And the ironic thing, and this is disheartening for me in many ways, many of the people that I see online that really have not nice things to say right now, and I'm talking about primarily the spiritual community, the leaders, the healers, the light workers, the coaches, and stuff like that. The majority of the ones that I have seen that have not nice things to say right now don't even live in the United States. They don't live in this country. Many of them are not from this country, and they're not taking the time to have the conversations with the right people to understand why the majority of America voted the way that they did. They're instantly in their emotions, talking down to people, saying not nice things, removing people, blocking people, all of the things. And it's happening not just with ones overseas. Many of them are doing it here, whether they're in the spiritual community or not. And I get to an extent of wanting people in your life that aligns with your views and values. But being a true leader is being able to lead both sides of the fence. Being able to have understanding and compassion and lead and help and heal people that maybe don't align with your views and values at the moment, because maybe they don't align to it because they're coming from a wounded place. Or maybe they don't align to it because in that particular thing, you are still coming from a wounded place. There's been a lot over the last few years, especially, of the community and coaches and everything else talking about the rise of the divine feminine and the feminine leadership. And I'm telling you right now, the toxic stuff that I am seeing online is showing where you still have work to do, because a divine feminine leader, yes, she stands in her power and she stands for her belief, but she leads with kindness, compassion, and understanding. She can take her thoughts and emotions out of the equation to have that conversation with people that don't view things the way that she views them, to understand why they think that way or act that way, or in this case, voted that way. I had a channeled message yesterday. I very much questioned whether or not I was going to post it. I really sat on it all day, and it is something that Spirit made very clear they wanted me to post. So I did. I've had numerous people unfriend me and unfollow me for that, which is fine. I kind of expected it. It's their right. It's their decision. I will say one thing I am grateful for is not a single one of them made negative and derogatory comments on that post. And I've seen some of those people make negative and derogatory comments on their own posts and other people's posts. So I do appreciate that. I very much do. But here's the thing. That post was more a spiritual aspect of what is to come and the things that are going to be brought to light. Not once did I mention a political party's name in there. I simply said what Spirit told me and the things that are going to be brought to light. You can go back and you can read it on my Facebook page. It is public. If you don't follow me, whatever, you can read it, okay? Not going to get into the post. Not a single one of those people asked me why I thought that or anything. They deleted me because in their perspective, they're deleting me because I supported Trump. And that's what that post was for, which means I voted for Trump. Now, here's the thing that's going to ruffle some feathers. And quite honestly, I really don't give a flying F if it ruffles your feathers or not. I want to make one thing clear that none of them asked me about. I did not vote. Quite honestly, I've never voted. I have never registered to vote. That is a conversation for a different time. I have my own reasons and beliefs for that. So I did not vote. But they just automatically are like, okay, bye, done with you. See you later. You voted for the bad man that I don't like. No conversation, no nothing. Is that leadership? Is that the kind of leader that you want to be? Because you have to remember, you have the entire world at your fingertips. And in situations like this, there are millions of people watching. To follow the lead of somebody, is that the kind of leader that you want to be? Is that the message that you want to send? That I'm willing to work with you and help you and all these things to be all about unity and love and back to your Christ consciousness and in your divine feminine only if you agree with what I believe. Only if you behave the way that I think you should behave. Only if you act the way that I think you should act. Is that a divine feminine leader? Because that, I hate to break it to you, but it's not. That is coming from a toxic, wounded place. And I highly encourage you to really step back and evaluate the actions and the words you have used in the last 2 days and ask yourself, is that the kind of leader that I want to be? And is that the kind of leader the universe needs me to be to really make a difference and help humanity? Is that helping humanity? Because there are a lot of people that are watching your actions. Whether you realize they're watching you or not, there are people watching your actions. And I tell you what, those people, I know for a fact, some of them are very gifted healers. But by what I've seen, some of the people that I honestly feel are some of the most gifted healers and coaches and spiritual people out there, I will never hire them. I will never work with them because that is a lack of integrity. And I only want to work with people that have integrity. I would never hire them at this point. That is not the kind of leadership that I embody. It is not a divine feminine leadership, and it is not the kind of leader that I want to lead me any way, shape, or form. So I really encourage you to take some time, take a step back, and really become self-aware and evaluate yourself. Like, really take some time and ask yourself some of the hard questions. And be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, am I really coming from a place of integrity and an empowerment and leadership? Or am I treating people according to wounds and toxicity? Am I being the kind of leader that I look for in other people? Am I being the kind of person and the kind of leader that I want people to see in me? Am I being the kind of person and the kind of leader that I want to work with? Ask yourself those questions. Ask if your behaviors, the words you're using, the things that you're saying, are they really aligned with the truth of the divine feminine and just the divine in general? Because God is all loving, all forgiving. And there's ways to have the conversations that come from a place of understanding and compassion and leadership and empowerment. And then there's just being a bully and just being rude and degrading and disrespectful. Ask yourself, which place are you truly coming from? And is that the legacy that you want to leave? Is that what you want to be remembered for? Is that how you want people to look at you? Ask yourself the questions. Take some time to reflect. I have friends and family on both sides of the fence. I can understand all of their reasonings, all of their perspectives. The ones that don't align with what I think and believe, that's okay. Those are just conversations we don't really have together. And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean you have to cut somebody out of your life. It just means we don't talk about that topic. Nothing wrong with that. There's a million other things that we talk about. We have a great time and I love them dearly. And same with ones that have views aligned with what I think and believe. There's still things with them that I don't agree with. But that's okay. I love them anyway. None of them are toxic or anything like that. There's just, maybe there's beliefs or lifestyle habits or something that I don't personally agree with. That's okay. That doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life. How is that creating unity and peace and love and light and whatever word you want to use in the world, in society, in humanity? How is that helping humanity heal from the constructs and the chains that they have experienced for so long? Because in my opinion, and you may agree with this or not, in my opinion, when you come at it the way I have seen so many people come at this entire situation, and the people on the opposite side of the fence of them, that is what continues to keep the problems, the chains, whatever you want to call it, that is what continues to create the divide. Keep it there and make it bigger. That is what keeps humanity in fear and pain and suffering. And that is not the mission you signed up for when you came to earth to be a light leader, a healer, a coach, whatever it is or whatever you call yourself. That I guarantee to continue to contribute to the problem, make it worse, whatever, in any way, shape, or form is not what you came here for. You came to help heal people, heal humanity, heal Earth. Are you acting in integrity and accordance to that mission, what you came here to do? And I really encourage you, spiritual, not spiritual, coach, not a coach, just any human being, man, woman, whatever. I know I refer to the divine feminine quite often, but this can go for men too. Reflect and ask yourself, am I acting in integrity? Am I being the leader that I know I can be, that I want to be, that I want people to look at me at? Am I coming from a healthy place or a wounded place? I really encourage you to do that. Take some time to yourself. Feel your feelings, get it out there, and then do some reflection work, because I think there's a lot of people that can use a lot of deep reflection work right now. Okay? I still love you, whether you stay following me or not. I still love you and wish you the best.